Oh, there it worked. Okay, Christopher's joining us. We've got a quorum, so we can start. Hey, Christopher, thanks for coming on.
Sorry about that.
Yep. So, okay, so we're going to convene the December 21st, 2021 RPRC meeting. We've got 10 items on the agenda, so quite a full agenda. So we'll jump right into it. The first one we have on the agenda is 2 Middle Patent Road for a new house. And we've got a couple of people in the waiting room, so we'll invite them in.
And guys, I'm sorry I held you up.
Hold on one sec. Okay, Teo and Alan, welcome. Sorry for the delay.
No, good morning. Thank you so much for having us in front of you.
Sure.
So I guess Alan, I will let Alan do the overall presentation of the site and the engineering, and then I will follow up on the presentation of the architecture of the building. So in short, we have with this, Alan, and then I'll let you continue. I will share my screen.
Or I could share screen.
Yeah, I did already. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, and then so I will just show you this brief aerial image, which was in the packet, which is we have an existing barn in here that it's being used for storage purposes. On the exterior of the barn, I will also show you images of the interior of the barn. So basically,
but Teo, let me just interrupt.
The structure has been there for probably 50 years or so, and then yes.
So just to give the committee some background, what we're talking about is an existing lot with a barn as the principal use. So actually it's a non-conforming use. What the applicant is proposing is to convert that barn into a residence, which would make it a conforming use in the district. So that's the setup. And
Correct. Yes.
go ahead, Ted.
Yeah.
Adam,
Very
is,
good. No,
is the
thank you.
lot line defined as two lots there? Is that a separate lot? Is the barn on a lot without
Yes.
a?
It
I
is
see.
defined as 2 lots.
Yeah, the barn is on its own lot.
I see.
Yes.
Okay.
That is correct.
Right, it's part of a larger complex that
Mhm.
you know the property owners have. But
Right.
What? Teo, do you want me to share my screen for a moment? Can I do that?
Well, in practice, it was serving as an accessory use,
Yes,
but it's
please do that.
non-conforming in that it's on its separate lot. Whereas had it been on a regular lot, on the full lot, it would have been conforming.
right, so they can convert this into a house because it's a building lot, and that's
Right.
fine.
Yeah, this is the overall property.
Yeah,
You see the
exactly.
screen? And this is the lot in question. And the lot itself is 2.188 acres in size. And, you know, we were previously on the pool project here.
Mhm.
So that's kind of like the site plan. So it's 2.118. So basically it's conversion of I'll call it existing barn building to a residence. And it's just used for storage. As you can sort of see on this plan, I'll just zoom in a little closer to it. The building itself is only there, about 5.42 feet from the property line, which is here. Oh, whoops, didn't mean to do that. And and there's, you know, what's being proposed is construction of a wraparound deck around the perimeter of the building, and a new steps and entryway into the building itself. Also being proposed is a new driveway with vehicular parking underneath. And I could sort of show you some pictures of the building. That's kind of like looking from you see that? It's like looking from the south.
Yep.
Of the existing building. That's kind of like another view on the south side of the building. It's kind of like the east side of the building. That's the north side of the building itself. That's the well, and the property line runs right around here. So it's very, as you can see, it's very close to the property line. I think it's
What's the
right
other
about here.
structure?
And that's kind of like the north side of the building. I just want to be able to show you those pictures just so you can see it.
What's the structure next to it?
It's like an old stable building. You know, I guess I could show you the
It's on
picture.
storage. The storage building now.
Yeah, it's used for storage. That's this structure over here.
And that's on a separate parcel.
Correct. Yes, the property line actually runs this way, and the property line that we're looking at is from here over to the left. You kind of see this old stone retaining wall that kind of runs through here, you know, to the north side of the building. There you can see it. That's kind of like it's called a stable in the drawings, but it's basically another storage building, but it's on a separate lot. It's on the larger lot on this property.
But Alan, wouldn't you be expanding the nonconformity by, expanding the use in terms of, by expanding the use, aren't you also, in a sense, increasing the nonconformity of the building to the property line?
Yeah, they're going to need a variance for the deck and the steps that they're proposing.
Right.
But is there an opportunity to relocate the building so that it is conforming?
No. The whole point is to use the existing structure.
Mm-hmm.
But we will be happy to attend to the zoning board and present the project to them as well.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
Yeah.
keep going.
Yeah, I'm just going to also point, oh, maybe I'm not sharing screen. I am sharing screen.
Yeah,
I just going to point out too, we are proposing a well for the property because we need potable water. And this just shows the lines of electrical and water to the new building. And there would be a septic system here. This is just a nice grassy field. That's what's here. So we're going to propose that too. And as you know, this is a gravel driveway here to provide access, you know, from the existing driveway into the building. So there's a minimal amount of earthwork that's involved. You know, there's really virtually no new impervious surfaces which are involved too in the overall construction.
May I ask you another dumb question? Why not do a lot line change so that the building is conforming, so you don't need a variance?
But they will get into the issue now that the stable will be in the non-conformance.
Well, you could, yeah, I know, I've thought about that. I was just wondering if you could even bring the stable onto that lot and make that whole lot conforming. I'm just concerned about future development, that's all.
Yeah, I appreciate that, but you know, as I said, you know, we'll be happy to present this to the ZBA.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, I see that stable is a big deal. Yeah, okay, I see that now.
It's kind of an awkward look. And
Yeah, it is. I see that. You know, this is a better view of the lot right now, what you're showing us.
Right. This is the well that serves the house. I think it also happens to serve this building on this property too. So that's why we're proposing a well actually around, well, it's actually over here. That's what we're proposing, you know, around this location. So, yeah, it's kind of awkward to try to split these two. It really is. It's not as easy as one might want. If the stable and well weren't there, it would be a lot easier.
Yeah, the point of this proposal is just to create a little an accessory cottage in as we have done in the past in various towns, including your town, where it would be just a small guest house, if you will.
Yes, I agree with you. I hear you. The other thing I'm just thinking is, just from the point of view of nonconformity, what would improve this lot in terms of conformity is getting rid of that getting rid of that lot line altogether and just bringing it all onto one property. What would happen if you did that?
Well, they want the house, Christopher. They want the house. A dwelling.
No, I know that, but they could have the accessory use, the accessory building, and it could be conforming on the lot. In other words, wouldn't it be conforming on the lot if they just got rid of that second building lot?
No, because then they wouldn't be able to have another apartment.
They wouldn't be able to have another one. I see.
Right.
Okay.
They already have
I understand. I thought I was afraid of that too. Okay, I understand. It's just that I guess you could say it seems like a bit of an ask from the ZBA.
It's just the deck. I
no, but aren't they changing it also into a residential use, as a full-time residential use?
Yeah,
but that's allowed.
Conforming. That's making it conforming, Christopher.
Yeah, I know.
I need a variance.
I know. I get it. Okay.
Well, let's take a look at the architecture. Because
Okay.
we know we'll send it to the ZBA.
Yep, I will stop my screen share.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I will attempt here to show my screen. I had a little trouble before, but here, can you see my screen here?
Yes.
Yeah, so basically that will be the entry to the unit from the back, as Alan was describing. And it's just basically a large open space with a small kitchenette and powder room.
Right.
And a stair taking up to the second floor.
This is at grade where the stable is.
That's a grade from the back, correct?
Right.
At the high grade.
Yep.
Well, on the low grade, simply would be 2 garages. On the under, which is existing already.
Mm-hmm.
There's garages there, and then on the upper level, actually I will come here, will be just 2 small bedrooms, and this is an open to below space. So just 2 small bedrooms here. And on the elevations, I will glance around. This will be looking at the high grade, where you have the garages, some stonework, the decks that we discussed, just an opening from that lounging space, kitchen, kitchenette, and a bathroom on top. The other elevations, basically, just windows are, the existing structure, we're creating a window here, and a couple of windows on the opposite side, and the dormers, as Alan described. And then on the opposite side at the high grade, it's just a window. We have a cupola that will be rebuilt, and the little entry here. So it's a small unit, which is on the two levels. It's about 1,500 square feet. 1,200 square feet on the lower level, 300 about on the second level.
What
Very
are
nice.
the materials on the exterior, please?
Yeah, we will have stone in the bottom, field stone, which actually doesn't exist at the moment, but we will create a new stone base, if you will. Mahogany doors we will have in here. There will be a steel railing here, sliding units in here, done with steel actually here, and the white siding to match what is there. Actually, right now we will retain the color of the material, and the windows will probably be white as well. So you will have a steel painted white, and so it will be a white structure, and then on the roof we will have an slate roof, and the cupola will be done with glass in here.
I have two questions.
Yes.
What's the height to the top of the cupola?
Yeah, the structure overall, if the way that the town measures, we should be an average from the high grade to the low grade, about the midpoint, and then the midpoint of the roof, which will be the building height, is about 25 feet. So that will be the code. The code height will be 25 feet. The absolute height, if I was going to go from the lowest grade in here to the peak of the roof, is about 31 feet. And then if I went to the very, very, very peak of the cupola from the lowest grade, will be like about 35 feet.
So you're saying the cupola is 5 feet?
Yeah, it's about 4 feet.
Okay. What is the stone material?
That is field stone.
Right now,
the field-
it's like a concrete surface at the lower.
Yeah,
level.
so show the image again. Why don't you share your screen?
I'll share it momentarily.
Yeah. Stop my share.
You'll have to unshare. Let me
Yeah.
See if I can. There it is. So that's kind of like what it looks like. Can you see that now? It's just, I don't know if I could zoom in a little bit on it.
Well,
No, that's good. Go back. So, okay, so in here, chair lady, what we are doing
Yeah,
here
I'll
is
unshare.
no, go back. I think it
All
was
right,
good.
sorry.
interested
Okay.
in what is the stone and what does it look like?
Yeah, so the stone is a field stone. So you see here we have concrete. We're gonna go back to stone now, and where you have a asphalt roof, now we're going to have a slate roof. And the siding will remain, the material wise, but we're changing to a vertical boarding. So that will be done on cedar painted white.
Okay, the building looks very good.
Okay,
like
so
that.
I'll go back to my share now.
Yeah, I think this is a good project. Are we ready to send it to the zoning board? Is that
Yeah.
everyone okay with that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Teo, another great job. It looks like a nice structure. Love it.
Thank you so much, Adam. You're very kind.
Yeah, Teo,
So,
it really looks gorgeous.
yeah.
Thank you so much, Chris. I appreciate it.
I'll make a motion to send this to the ZBA and then on to the building department.
I'll
That's
second
Sue
that.
seconded.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Teo, beautiful job.
Thank you, Susan. Thank you so much, board members. Adam, and again, thank you, Alan. Thank you.
Okay.
Have a great day.
Really appreciate
Take
it.
care. All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Okay, next is 3 Evergreen Row. Let me see if anyone's here for this. I do not see anyone. I'll pull it up. Okay, share my screen. Okay, you guys see my screen?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Okay, so what we're talking about here is a lot that is under construction now. And the applicant is proposing a new pool complex in the rear of the yard. It's already disturbed due to the house construction. The major issue is they've got to move, they've got to either move the pool or reduce the setback. So we've got Route 22 in the back. So this 40-foot setback really needs to be 50 feet because it's off of a street. Let me see what else I've got here. Now, the GIS, John, shows hydric soils, but I don't think that's
No.
accurate, right?
No, it's all lawn area in the front.
Yeah, agreed.
It's raised up higher than the road. I think it probably had hydric soils at
Maybe.
one time and was filled over when they built
Yeah,
decades ago.
agreed. There's just no evidence of that
Yeah.
at all. Any issues on your end? that we
No,
need
they
to
have
talk
to,
about?
they have to provide some grading plans and
Okay.
drainage schemes, but I'm sure they're
Yeah,
gonna have to take that
now let
next
me
step.
show the committee. We've got a landscaping plan with this, so.
Adam, I have a question for you. What is
Yeah.
the deal there? The front, the rear yard setback, is that the rear yard towards 22? Of course it is, right?
Yes, that's the rear
So-
yard, yeah.
What is the rear yard setback in that zoning district?
40 feet.
The rear yard is 40, but 50 for a front. And a lot is adjacent to a street, you have to meet the front yard setback.
Okay, okay, got it.
And then we've got a landscaping plan that's going to really, create some privacy back here. Which
All right,
looks,
so what they have to just manage, either they have to keep it the way it is and go to the ZBA, or
Mhm.
they have to kind of get rid of that patio and maybe, do something or whatever they want to do.
exactly. Yep.
Okay,
Yeah. I mean, I'm comfortable sending this to the ZBA and the building department. Even if they keep it the same, I think that's fine. If they end up moving it and reconfiguring it so it conforms to the 50-foot, that would be fine too. I don't think we
Right.
need to see it again.
right, I agree. I don't need to see it again.
Yeah. So then I'll make a motion to send this to the ZBA and building.
But I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Page 2.
No, I looked at the agenda yesterday. I think the next pool project is a little more difficult.
Okay. All right, so we're up to 3 Seymour Place West. We've got Mitchell here, right?
That's right. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, hear you fine. So
Right.
this is very, very simple. Do you happen to have the plans or should I share them?
I do have them. Am I allowed to share?
Yeah, please, please.
Adam, who's speaking to us? The architect or the owners?
Yeah, Mitchell, what's your role?
I'm the architect.
Okay,
I just want to tell you, I love this house. I know this house, and I know the former owners from years ago. They had the above ground pool in their backyard, and I always thought this house was very charming.
It's a fantastic house. The new owners are
Yeah.
really amazing people. So if you live in the neighborhood, you should definitely pop in, say hello to them because they're they're amazing. I've known them.
Yeah, and they're doing a lot of work. They were in front of us maybe a couple months ago for some tree work. Everything was a little bit overgrown and some damaged trees. So they took care of that and we approved it. Now, they're doing this element.
Yeah, so I know that, I think you guys actually turned him down for the trees. That was right when he bought it, and I've talked him off of that ledge. He's
Okay.
gonna take a much less aggressive approach to the trees.
Yeah, I think we approved some of them is
Yeah.
what happened. Yeah.
So do you want me to walk through the work, or are you guys familiar?
No, just take us on a quick review. I don't think there's going to be much concern here. So just take us through.
So this is the demo plan. I can actually make it a little bigger for you guys. We're going to be replacing the kitchen, rearranging the entry to the dining room. There's some kind of awkward closet work going on. And then in this area, and I'm not sure if this is of your concern, but I'll just walk you through it. This all was the master closet, and we are making that into a 4th bedroom, which if we go to, I need to be able to get rid of this. That's where I think you guys may have some concerns. We're adding a window for light and air in this 4th bedroom here. Egress window to basically match the existing windows on the front side. And then the other chunk of work back on the demo, this is a large series of doors and windows in the family room. There's a bay window in the living room. We are basically just opening the back of the house up to the backyard with some French doors, a large bifold. So this is basically going to be a long continuous series of openings that there's an existing patio here that connects to the patio here. And again, in the living room, 3 French doors out to, I think this is actually brick on grade patio. And then we're adding another French door from the primary bedroom out to the deck.
Yep.
All the bathrooms are new finishes and fixtures in existing locations. And the range is staying in its existing location. We're keeping and there's some concern from the DOB about the fresh air intake, but we're going to use a 400 CFM inline motor on the hood. But yeah, as far as exterior work, visible from the street, just this window. If there's any concern about that, we could flip it to this facade. I think this is a better view for the bedroom. And since it's catty corner from this window, I think it'll look very natural. And then all of these doors and windows, if we look at the this is our south and north elevations, no change. West elevation, this window's our only change. And then in the rear, we are adding, this sort of walls of openings.
That looks really good.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, Mitchell, the only issue, not really for us, but maybe building is on that bedroom. Is the septic approved for 4?
Yes.
Okay.
It
Good.
was previously 4-bedroom, and the last owner converted. We're basically just flipping it back to its existing,
yeah,
to its
got it.
original condition.
Yep. Sue, any issues? Sue's our ARB representative.
Not at all. It looks
All right.
good.
All right, so then I'll make a motion to send this to the building department. You want second, Sue?
Yes.
All in favor? Aye.
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 Okay, looks good.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Thank you very much. We'll be out there if you guys want to pop by.
Okay, take care, Mitchell.
Thank you so much.
All right. We're gonna move on
So you can-
to 14 Cary Drive. Okay, good morning. You with us? Oh, I don't, let's see. Not sure if Lewis can join us so we can hear him. All right, well, I'll start and we'll see if he can join us. So this is 14 Cary Drive. I'll pull up the plans. Okay, share screen. Okay, you guys can see it?
Yes.
All right, so what we've got here is an existing house with some real topography in the back of the house, some challenging topography. New pool proposed in the side yard with a new lawn area. Oh, are you with us now?
I'm here. Sorry,
Good, good, that worked.
I
You
was
got it.
both on your Zoom, on your YouTube, which is in delayed. So I'm sorry.
Ah,
That's
got
what
it.
was throwing me off. Hello,
Got
all.
it.
Sorry.
Hello.
Yeah, I hear Adam was starting to explain the project. We're here. We realized that it's a very tough site. Actually, I worked on the property 15, 20 years ago for the previous owner. We have a new homeowner, the
Okay.
Perskys. Dr. Persky and his wife are older couple. They have a large family and a number of grandchildren, and they were moving here for their retirement home and would like a space for kids for the pool and a play area. If
Yep.
you're familiar at all with the site, and we can see it on the, in that gray area are all steep slopes. I have some photos that I could bring up onto the screen too. We have a well in the center of the backyard, which really limits the area where we can locate a pool. We haven't done all the engineering, and we had spoke to Adam about bringing it to your board first, just because we knew we'd immediately need to go for a zoning variance. The adjacent property was just recently sold. It's a building lot that was owned by the property two up from here, which I had also worked on probably 15 and 20 years ago. And we've notified that homeowner, in preparation for zoning, to see if they might consider either a land swap or a little section of their property in order to put the pool in zoning ordinance in compliance. There's a 30-foot side yard setback. We are encroaching almost 10 feet into it for the pool and almost 20 feet into it at the worst corner for the pool and patio. The adjacent area, which I can show you in some photos of the neighboring property, continues to rise up. It's a large rock ledge area. It's pretty much unusable land from the point of view of
I think
building.
everyone on this committee today is familiar with the property next door, because that went to the planning board and the ARB.
Okay.
So, we get it. Why don't you talk about, generally speaking, we don't like or shouldn't put these intense activity uses right so close to the property line, right? It's very unusual. Why can't you flip the pool and the lawn, and if you needed to drill a new well, go that route. You don't think that would be easier and a better plan?
Well, I think, can I show some photos of the, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
go
show,
ahead.
I'll show you
Yeah.
some photos of the. Can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Okay, this is a photo taken from the driveway, looking at the slope right behind the house.
Mm-hmm.
Just going to, here's the well area and the severity of the slope. We're hoping to build up a little bit in this area to give them some of that flat area.
Yep.
Where we're looking for the pool is in the far distance. You could see the chain link fence of the existing fence from the previous, on the property line of the previous property. And the pool sort of falls over closer in that area there.
Mhm.
Once we put our setback from the well, we're sort of tight here. Let me see. I'm just going to flip through some photo. This is looking back at the driveway. You can see the severity of the slope there. And this is the area that the pool is going to be going into, which is our one, I'm still going to be raising it up a little bit. We'll have an infinity edge on this side. But off property, as you can see, just continues to rise. So it has a natural buffer right there off the property just from the existing. These are looking down below the slope. And here we start looking back at the area, you'd be coming down the steps and the pool would be in this lawn area here.
Yep.
And here's that the neighboring property here where, it's really unusable for them. So we're hoping that the neighbor might consider a swap of a piece of there to allow us. But even if they don't, I think we definitely have the possibility of keeping the pool as private as possible from any use they have on their property. And here's as it continues down in the rock ledge on the neighboring property there. See, just looking back at, that's just, we looked at, for the previous owner many years ago when they had little kids, I considered a pool. We had some pool plans for way down. It would have been a nightmare to build, but there is a flat terrace down below. But this homeowner, at their age and all are, just, it's not anything appealing to them at all. And they're worried about safety of their grandchildren.
I totally understand that. Yeah.
Yeah.
They want an attached pool, more or less.
Yeah, as close to the house as possible that they, we're proposing possibly, it might even lose one of these steps by bringing it in here.
Yeah.
So the level
Yeah.
is, we looked at creating the play, a little bit of a lawn play area on the side of the house. But again, it's, it slopes and it's a pretty tough, it's just a tough site for, if anything, it just requires a pool sort of tucked in as close to the house as possible.
Adam, it strikes me that no matter what, this plan would be beyond the scope of the RPRC. And just looks to me like it has to go to planning before it could go to zoning. That's how I see it. Do you see it that way?
I certainly understand that.
Proximity of the pool to the
Yeah, I think
side
there's
yard?
some issues there. And if you think that the planning board can work on the plan so they don't need a variance or less variance, then sure, that makes some sense. Yeah.
I mean, that's how I would see it. I would imagine that a site walk here is in order just to see the relationship of the uphill of the terrain change vis-a-vis 16. I just think all of those things are important when you're considering putting a pool in the side yard setback in the blind.
Okay. I certainly don't have an objection to that.
I have a question on that. Does planning then have the authority to give an approval of it, sort of a special conditions without then going to zoning, or has it become a double?
It becomes a double, but at least then you have the advantage of going to the zoning board, I would say with a more fortified application and possibly with a recommendation from the zoning board, planning board, possibly.
Okay.
All right, so I'll make a motion to send this to the planning board.
I'll second it.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All right, so look, we'll have a little bit more discussion with the planning board, see if they are comfortable with where you're proposing it, and then if so, get you to the ZBA.
So would it be an application to planning right now, or I should wait to hear from you
No,
first?
no, yeah, we're gonna put the determination saying come to planning, so whenever you're ready, you can submit to the planning
So we
board.
should, okay. And
Yeah.
at that time, we'd make a decision to submit to both planning and zoning, just watch where their dates are? or
No,
wait to
just
go to
submit to planning, and then then we'll decide and get you to the zoning board.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very
And
much.
one
right.
other item, Lou.
Mhm.
Although it's in a 2-acre zone, I believe it was a cluster subdivision. And the setbacks were reduced to 1-acre setbacks. So you may be working with 25 feet there instead of 30 on the
Okay.
side. I don't know if it helps you at all, but you just might want to take a look at that.
Well, at a minimum, it reduces the
Right.
amount
The
of the variance, so
yeah.
yeah, that's helpful.
Correct. Yeah. Doesn't hurt you, that's for sure.
Right,
And if the pool patio is then becomes the issue, if I'm able to shift the pool and meet the 25-foot, and they're able to minimize or eliminate the patio on that side of the pool, we would be in compliance then we just go for a building permit and engineering and all?
well, let's discuss that, so if you think
I
that's,
mean, I'll stop sharing if we want to put the plan back up, or I can just open the plan. here.
just pull it up, so if you think you can do that, then maybe we should stick with the RPRC. Do you agree, Christopher? Right, if he
Well,
comes with a conforming
And
plan,
of course, if it's compliant, then I think it's fine to stick with the RPRC. I mean, that would still, well, I mean, if he wants to bring it back up for a moment, let's just take a stab at that.
Okay,
It just,
you're not seeing my plan, hold on.
no, we
you-
see the photo. Want me to just share my screen?
Yeah, for some reason, it's not allowing me to go from I'll stop sharing for a second, hold on.
All right, I'll share mine. Okay, you see that?
Yeah, so what I was saying is if we go to 25 feet and we shift the pool 5 feet over,
Mhm.
eliminate patio, just have a coping on that edge
Yeah.
and lawn terrace, then we would be fine for going just for a building permit, correct?
That is what I was asking Christopher, and I think the answer from the rest of the committee is yeah, then, if it works and you don't need a variance, then that's great.
I mean, Lou, I know you do this all day long. That patio on the far side is kind of in Never Land for them anyway. For them to have to get to that patio is not all that useful, considering the fact that they're coming out of the house on the other side. So I think losing that patio is not going to really hurt them.
Right.
And if you can then move the pool so it becomes compliant, that's a different plan.
Yeah.
And Lou and John, what's the distance between the well and the patio? That has
I
to
have
be.
enough, you're allowed 25, correct, John?
I'm not sure. I didn't know there was a setback between the
Yeah.
pool and the well.
I think it's a gray one in your town, but I know in New York, we hear 25 on a lot of them, but I've never found it specifically in North Castle. That's what we've,
Well,
And
it
if
would be a
you-
county health department
Right.
Yeah.
setback. And I know an a downgrade septic would be 25 feet, I believe. So I don't know.
we have
I don't know
the
if there
state.
is actually one for a well. You may be able to. You might want to talk to Tony Cunny up at the health department.
Yeah, and then if you've got some more room, then you could just move the patio to the other side of the pool.
Right.
Hmm.
Yeah, I know there, I agree with you totally. For sunning, it's based on where the sun angles and stuff. That far side is better, but I agree with Chris, what you're saying as far as just realistically, the people are going to be using the existing patio and go right to the pool. I don't see them going all the way to the far side as often.
So maybe then let's leave it that way. Why don't you come back with that plan to the RPRC? That could save
Okay.
you a lot of time.
Okay,
If Christopher is okay with that.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I mean, after all, that would be, compliant. Where I have a problem with this going out of the RPRC without going to planning is that it's a significant invasion into the side yard setback. And I do feel like the neighbors are entitled to neighbor notification beyond zoning
Yeah,
to remedy that.
I understand. Yeah.
if we leave it the way it is, but if
If
we're,
you leave it the way it is.
sure, I got it.
You know,
Okay.
All right. So then,
I mean,
But
they
I
have
mean, you know
been-
what, Lou?
They have
for
actually
example-
been, they have actually been notified. We sent them a letter and sent them the plans. And we were waiting to hear some feedback, just because I figured if I was going to zoning, I always tell my client it's best to start getting neighbors' letters and
Yeah.
let them aware of it, but.
Yeah. But
But,
Lou, one of the things that might come out of the planning process, if we were to go there, is just for example, that 25 feet, I was scratching my head for a moment too, thinking, I don't remember it being 25 feet between a well and a pool. And I'm trying to remember that myself. So you may have some liberty there. And again, it's as John said, it's Westchester County that makes that rule. So,
Okay.
it could be 10
So-
feet.
So let's amend our decision here. So I'll make a motion to rescind the direction to send it to the planning board and instead direct the applicant to come back to the RPRC.
I'll second that.
All in favor? Aye. Okay.
Okay, great. Thank you all and happy holidays.
Good
Yes,
luck, Lou.
so
Bye-bye,
resubmit
Lou.
to us and we'll take another look.
Great. Thanks again. Bye.
All right, next we have 23 Hillendale. I don't believe we have got anyone. Yeah, don't have anyone in the waiting room, so I'll pull up these plans. Sure. Okay, so what we have is an existing, I guess, roof deck over the garage. They're proposing to put a new pitched roof over a portion and then expand it the entirety over the structure. Right now, this deck doesn't, I believe, go across the whole structure. I don't remember. There's a new staircase being proposed in a different location, and that's going to need a variance. But essentially, that's what's happening.
But that second garage exists,
Mhm. Yeah,
picture. An elevation.
you want to see what it looks like today?
Yes, please.
Now, let me see if I have that. On here. I've got it in my memo. Let me pull that up. Or not. All right, I could do the street view. Well, my computer's not really cooperating. Try one more time.
And is that your brother?
What's that?
Is that your brother I'm looking at?
No, that's Jerry Garcia that my daughter drew.
She drew that?
He did.
That is
Really?
phenomenal.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, she's good. She's very talented.
Oh, sure is. The
She
detail.
nailed the eyes and the glasses.
All right, we'll try this again. Just bear with me. There we go. Okay, that's what it looks like today.
Oh, it does go all the way across.
It does actually, yeah. So what this just becomes, instead of a flat roof, the pitched roof, and then the relocation of the stairs that needs the variance. I'll pull that back up. Oh. 23 Hillendale. Right, so new pitched, and then some privacy along the side. How do you guys feel about that?
Do we know the material on that fencing?
A Hoft railing system. Let's see if we have some more details.
Looks like metal.
Don't know. I don't think it's metal.
All solutions.
Yeah.
It says stainless steel posts and railing system. So the fence, the rail may be stainless steel with the cables. It looks like it's got a cable system. That's actually very gorgeous. Yeah, I know you love that probably, Sue. That
Yeah, but that doesn't make sense going all the way up to this height, does it?
That doesn't give privacy.
No, not at all. But I could, you know, I was just inferring that.
You know, one thing
No,
I've always wondered.
Not
you
sure
know
why.
what? You're looking at two different things, Adam. You're looking at he's calling a Hoft railing system with 5.4 wood boards over there, whereas over there he's got wood boards on it.
Well, it's the same thing.
And then then he's got the
high.
stainless steel railing system going down the steps.
Oh, so it's just the steps. Got it.
Yeah, yep. It's a
Okay, yeah,
composite.
so that is what I thought. This is
Yeah,
basically a wall. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
It doesn't have a color.
No. Doesn't say. Just wood boards.
I mean, if you look at the house, the railing that's there now doesn't basically go with the house either.
No.
That doesn't go with the house at all. I don't remember.
I mean, you know, given where the deck is in relation to the street, you know, it seemed like that was going to be a solid wall, so they got some
No,
privacy.
that's fine.
Yeah.
I'd like to see it all in stainless steel or white or navy.
Yeah, okay,
blue,
well, we could
something that
certainly say that.
kinda
Yeah.
goes with the houses.
White boards?
Yes,
Okay.
something that works with the house better than what's there now.
Okay. We talked about the stairs meeting the setback. That might need to go to the zoning board. Okay, so should we send them to the ZBA? I'll make that motion. And
Okay.
with the added condition that the exterior wood boards be white in color. Sue, you seconded that?
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, great. All right, next is 30.
Adam, did you do 41 Mead Road yet?
No,
Okay,
Hi,
that's
Rob.
last. We're getting there.
okay.
31 Woodcrest for a shed. Let's pull that up. Okay, so existing house. It's a wooded lot with some cleared lawn area. It just wasn't very clear to me whether or not they were putting the shed in the existing cleared area or not. Here's the type of shed they're putting up. They're not exactly sure if they're doing a 10 by 15, 16, or 18. I think that's fine. I mean, any of these alternatives are fairly common. Let me just see if I've got any comments here. Any trees coming down? It wasn't clear to me. You know, if it's going in the existing lawn area, there wouldn't be. And there is some, this is relatively open to the neighbor here. So I suggested some screening at the back of the structure so that it breaks up the mass here. That was my thought. Does the board concur?
Yes, I concur.
All right, then we'll send them to the building department with those comments, and I will make that motion.
Second,
All in favor?
aye.
Fine.
Okay. Now we've got a tree removal. 52 Evergreen. Yeah, I wish they were here to talk to us about this one, but we'll pull it up and you can see for yourself.
Just one tree?
It is one tree. I'll show you what we're talking about. Well, we don't have much on their submission. So their submission doesn't explain really why they're taking it down. Just, I guess they want to. But let me pull up my picture here so you can see what we're talking about. So this is the tree right here. Here it is. So maybe it's just in the way of their lawn, you know? It was hard to tell at this time of year the actual health condition of this tree, but it's big. So you know, they might be concerned it's just a bit too close to this pool complex. You know,
I have no problem with them taking that tree down.
yeah.
With
They
no
have a lot of
conditions.
trees on the property.
What's that?
They appear to have a lot of
Yes,
trees,
that whole rear portion of the property is wooded.
so I'm
Okay.
okay with that.
So then I'll make a motion to send this to the building department.
I'll second it.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay. All right, doors at the rear of a property. So 96 Cox Avenue. Hey, Rob, you have any more background on this one? It wasn't entirely clear to me what's going on here. You know, if they're just replacing doors that are there, did they really need to come here to the RPRC?
I don't know. I don't know
Yeah.
this one, 96 Cox. I know nothing about it.
Yeah, I'm not sure, you know, so these are.
Everything
the-
was in place in kind. I don't know why it would even be here.
Yeah, so I didn't know if they like did the doors and then, you know, you told them they needed to get permits, like it just wasn't clear from the submission.
Let me see if there's a violation.
Yeah. Take a look.
Looks like they
Everything-
need fixtures.
What's that?
It looks like they need electrical fixtures.
Yeah, they're gonna put those in, obviously. Above. So maybe that's what happened, is they did the work and then they're coming in now after the fact. I mean, everything looks fine.
No violation.
Okay, so I don't know. I'm fine with this. Everyone else, okay?
Yes, okay.
So go to building. I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Let's move on. Next, 182 Byram Lake Road for an addition. I believe we've got someone here for this, so let's see. David, are you here for 182 Byram Lake Road? Just give David a second here. Hi, David. Hi, you're here for 182 Byram Lake?
Yes,
Oh, great. Okay. Are you the property owner or architect?
I work with the architect.
Okay, got it. Do you want to take us through what's being proposed?
Basically, we're adding an addition to one side of the property, the entire floor, and we're bumping out two small corners in the back where the kitchen is. And that's pretty much it.
Okay, I'll pull it up. Okay, so you can see that it's a small bump out of the kitchen and then going up. There we go. So this is an existing one-story portion of the house. It's going up and then bumping out at the rear. Let's see if we have a picture. Yeah, I have I think a picture of the existing. Yeah, so you can see that here. So this is the existing portion of the house. And that's what it will look like. Let's see if I've got any major comments here. All right, some technical comments that the applicant will need to address. Building height. Yeah, nothing significant on my end.
Okay.
Sue, any questions for
Not at
you
all.
on what this looks like? Okay, and John, your biggest concern is the health department, right?
Yeah, I'm just not sure if it looks like the septic was rebuilt or repaired, but it shows that it's larger than the existing system. So I wasn't sure if the health department was involved in that, whether the bedrooms are increasing, but it's really something for Rob, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so
I
yeah,
think-
no major concerns on my end. You know, I'll make a motion to send this to the building department.
Okay.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, so David, we'll write up all of the comments. There are a few from the town engineer. I've got a few technical comments that you're gonna have to revise. And so then you'll address those conditions and then submit to the building department.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
All right, take care, David.
Thank you very much. Take care.
Okay. All right, next, cupola, which we've seen so many, right, Sue? The last,
Don't know why.
it's so, it is odd. It is odd.
2021 is the year of
Yeah, it really has been unusual. So let me pull up the plan. It's very straightforward. And share my screen. Okay, so this is the existing elevation. The cupola is going to be installed right at the top of the garage. And, you know, I guess he's buying it, you know, prefabricated. So this is what it looks like. It is 49 inches, so fairly standard height. The only comment I have that's unusual is that this cupola is lit. I've not really seen that before.
from the inside.
Yeah, from the inside. You know,
So-
it's not connected to the attic or anything, but yeah, I just thought that was unusual. Any thoughts on how the board or the committee feels about that?
Well, as long as they doesn't bother the neighbors.
It is set back from the road, and it is well above the road. So I don't think it would create a real glare issue or anything like that. And it's sitting well within, you know, a wooded area of Bedford Banksville Road. So yeah, I don't think it will be too impactful, other than just being unusual.
I'm sure, actually, I think it could be very nice. I don't have a problem with that.
Okay, so then I will make a motion to send this to the building department.
Could be like the Empire State Building. They might do it pink, they might do it blue, they might do it red.
I don't think he has that much control over it, but yes,
Depending on what's going on
Yeah.
right.
in the world.
All right, so I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay, so now we've got one more. Now it's 41 Mead, Rob. anything you want to talk about here?
No, it's just, there's no change in anything besides adding a second story.
Yeah, let me pull the plans here. I think there's some zoning issues, Rob, we'll have to deal with. And I'll pull that up. 3041 Mead submission. Share screen. Okay. Okay, so this is what we're talking about here. That's not the front elevation. There's the front. Okay. So this is what we're talking about in terms of the house. I don't know if this originally went to A or B, Sue. I don't remember. I remember this lot being in front of the planning board, but the major issue or the issue they'll need to address is this height, right? See, 33 feet 8 inches. The max height in this zoning district is 30. So they're just above the max. So they'll have to either reduce the height or get a variance.
Is that a third story or an attic?
No, it's like it's just an architectural
I see.
element, see? See?
Oh, I mean, I think if it's not built, it certainly could come down a few feet.
It could, but I guess the architect, wants this, that's the way he's done it. He could certainly do that. So it'll be up to him. He's either going to reduce the height to comply with the code or go to the ZBA.
Okay.
What's the material of this house?
I think it's stucco.
I'm looking. Yeah, I don't think,
I believe it's stucco.
okay. I mean, that jives with what,
Oh, they're
how we depicted it.
probably, right.
Hmm?
There's no picture of what the house looks like now.
There's no house there now.
Hmm?
There's no house there now. It's a brand new house.
Okay, because we're looking at adding an additional story.
To the
Well, yeah.
previously approved.
Okay. Well,
I don't know if Christopher remembers this, this is a very constrained lot with the state wetland back there. It's, yeah, tough.
Adam, what's the address again, please?
41 Mead.
41 Mead. Oh, yeah. Okay.
if you look at the front elevation, that's the addition. The addition is the height in the center.
It was a 1-story house, Sue, and then now it's going to a 2-story house.
Right.
They're just adding 4 walls and going up with it.
But that center gives it a little more interest than just having it a rectangular.
I guess they're trying to make it not look like a square box.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. They've done a good job. Well, it looks very institutional, but I'll leave that to you, Sue, to comment on that.
Well, I'm only to comment on the addition today, which is that center, which makes it look better.
Yep, agreed.
I mean, certainly, we even see this from the road.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, yeah, I mean, it slopes down, right? But
Yeah, it slopes down.
But this
Actually, the
side
house
has
is
a-
in a hole.
right.
Like this is a whole wall. So if you're looking at Adam, if you're looking at these are walls here,
Mhm.
and this house is down in a hole. So you really are only seeing probably the 2nd story from the street at this
Yeah.
point.
That seems right.
The 2nd story in the roof. Before you probably would have just saw a roof.
Yep.
It's a really bad site.
Mm-hmm.
He's having a nightmare building this house there.
Because of the soil conditions?
Well, no, it's just a very narrow site for him.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of earth that he had to move
To get, yeah,
do this, and then he's got no
That's
place for the
wetland.
earth, so he's kind of like has
Yeah.
to build the walls, and that's what he's been doing, is building walls and stuff so they can backfill and get rid of the
Yeah.
dirt, so you
Yep.
can get in to bring material to start building the house.
yeah, yeah.
It's just a horrible site.
Yep, agreed. So what say you, Sue?
Oh, do we need to send it to zoning for the height?
We're gonna
You
send
don't
it
have
to
to send it
zoning,
anywhere
or
because if
he's
he
gonna,
reduces
yeah,
it.
exactly. He's either gonna send it to zoning, or he's gonna reduce it, come down 3 and change.
That's, I mean, those are the two options. So you want to make a motion?
Yeah, I mean, the only other option is if you had some serious concerns with what this looks like and sending it to the ARB. If
Yeah.
not, then yes, I think we should send
I
it
mean,
to,
I don't, obviously, if part of it was approved already.
All right, I mean, I'll make a motion to approve it pending zoning or the reduction of the building height.
I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, so send to ZBA or reduce height. Okay, we did it. We got through everything. Thank
Good.
you, everyone.
All right,
Awesome.
thank you, guys.
Have a good
For
Christmas.
your help.
You too.
Merry,
Yeah.
Merry
Merry,
Christmas and
Happy
Happy
New
New Year.
see you next year, guys.
All right,
Okay,
Thank you.
stay healthy,
Bye-bye.
everyone.
Yeah. Stay well.